Before he stood toe-to-toe with giants in hip-hop, before the world knew his name as Pusha T, he was just a boy growing up in Virginia Beach, caught between the pull of the streets and the hope of something greater. What many don't know is that the man celebrated for his ruthless lyricism and bold diss tracks once dreamed of being a sports writer. Or that his rise to rap royalty was nearly derailed before it even began, when his debut album with CLIPSE was shelved without warning. Behind the designer sneakers and icy bars lies a story marked by pain, purpose, and profound personal loss, the kind of heartbreak that changed not only his music, but his entire soul. This is not just the tale of a rapper who made it big. It's the story of a man who lost both his parents within 4 months, freestyled his unborn child's arrival before the world knew, and turned trauma into timeless art. What if the hardest rapper in the game is also one of its most deeply human? Born Terrence LeVar Thornton on May 13, 1977, in the Bronx, New York City, Pusha T was raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia, by Jamaican immigrant parents, Gene and Mildred Thornton. His upbringing was shaped by contrast, creative ambition intertwined with the harsh realities of street life. Alongside his older brother, Gene Thornton, later known as No Malice, he navigated the challenges of adolescence in a neighborhood where drug culture loomed large. During their teenage years, the brothers became involved in the drug trade, a period that would later influence the gritty realism found in his music. Despite these early struggles, a spark of artistry emerged. In the 9th grade, Pusha T began rapping, forming a group called Jarvis with his brother. That group eventually became CLIPSE, and their fate changed when they crossed paths with Pharrell Williams. Recognizing their talent, Pharrell not only mentored them but opened doors that would launch their careers in hip-hop, steering them away from the streets and toward a life in music. Pusha T's journey, however, has not been without personal hardship. His family endured profound loss when his mother, Mildred Thornton, passed away in November 2021. Just 4 months later, his father, Gene Elliott Thornton Sr., also died in March 2022. These back-to-back tragedies deeply affected him, shaping both his perspective and creative expression in lasting ways. Outside the spotlight, Pusha T lives a life grounded in love, faith, and purpose. His personal life, like his art, reflects growth and transformation. In 2000, he was briefly linked to Kareen Steffans, a well-known figure in hip-hop culture. Years later, in 2010, he entered a relationship with Canadian pop rock singer Fifi Dobson. Their romance, though short-lived, offered a glimpse into a more public chapter of his dating life. That chapter ultimately gave way to a more enduring and meaningful partnership. In 2006, Pusha T began dating Virginia Williams. Their relationship flourished over the years, and on July 21, 2018, they were married in their hometown of Virginia Beach. The ceremony, attended by family, friends, and industry icons like Pharrell Williams, marked a milestone in a relationship built on patience, loyalty, and deep connection. In December 2019, Pusha T announced they were expecting their first child, sharing the news through a freestyle over Kanye West's Jesus Is King track, Follow God. In the song, he rapped, "Life goes on and baby's born and mine's on the way, couldn't wait to say it in song." On June 11, 2020, the couple welcomed their son, Nigel Bricks Thornton, into the world. His arrival brought a new sense of joy and purpose to their lives, grounding Pusha T in the responsibilities and blessings of fatherhood. A man of deep faith, he is a devout Christian with tattoos that reflect his spiritual beliefs. He balances this inner devotion with his passions, staunchly supporting the New York Knicks and Dallas Cowboys and embracing his love for sneakers. Known for his collaborations with Adidas, he's crafted a presence not just in music but also in fashion and design. Beyond his artistry and personal interests, Pusha T remains deeply committed to giving back. He's an advocate for education, healthcare access, and social justice, frequently lending his voice to issues like criminal justice reform and drug policy. His philanthropic efforts reflect a desire to uplift the very communities from which he emerged. In every aspect of his life, from his lyrical storytelling and musical legacy to his personal resilience and social contributions, Pusha T continues to evolve. His story is one of transformation, grounded in the past yet always pushing forward, with purpose, power, and authenticity. Pusha T's rise through the ranks of hip-hop is a journey defined by evolution, resilience, and unshakable authenticity. His music career began with CLIPSE, the duo he formed alongside his brother, Gene No Malice Thornton. Their original debut album, Exclusive Audio Footage, 1997, was shelved by Elektra Records after its lead single failed to gain traction. But the setback didn't stall their ambition. Signing with Arista Records under Pharrell Williams' Star Trak Entertainment, they released Lord Willin' in 2002. The album debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and found commercial success, powered by hits like Grindin' and When the Last Time. Certified Gold, the project introduced CLIPSE as a sharp, streetwise force in hip-hop. Their follow-up, Hell Hath No Fury, 2006, exceeded all expectations. With its minimalist, menacing production and uncompromising lyricism, the album drew widespread acclaim and is still hailed as one of the greatest hip-hop records of its era. Their final album as a duo, Till the Casket Drops, 2009, brought the CLIPSE chapter to a close. By then, Pusha T's lyrical prowess had already carved out a distinct voice of his own, one ready for the next stage. In 2010, he entered that next chapter by signing a solo deal with Kanye West's Good Music. This move positioned him at the intersection of mainstream influence and creative independence. The following year, he released Fear of God and Fear of God 2, Let Us Pray, mixtapes that doubled as a mission statement, revealing a darker, more introspective edge that set him apart from his peers. His debut solo album, My Name Is My Name, 2013, debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and was praised for its stark honesty and high-caliber production. The record walked a fine line between raw street narratives and polished commercial appeal, showcasing an artist fully confident in his voice. He followed it with King Push, Darkest Before Dawn, The Prelude in 2015, a brooding, sonically cohesive project that served as a bridge to even more ambitious work. That ambition culminated in 2018 with Daytona, a concise, hard-hitting album produced entirely by Kanye West. Debuting at number 3 on the Billboard 200, Daytona was met with universal acclaim for its sharp lyricism, rich production, and no-frills intensity. It also reignited a long-standing feud with Drake, climaxing with the explosive diss track, The Story of Adidon, which sparked global conversation and solidified Pusha T's reputation as one of hip-hop's most fearless lyricists. In 2022, he returned with It's Almost Dry, a full-circle moment produced by both Pharrell Williams and Kanye West, the two architects of his musical foundation. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, becoming his first solo chart topper. Critically praised for its balance of grit and polish, the project was a culmination of decades of stylistic refinement, creative risk, and unwavering authenticity. Pusha T's financial success, estimated at $16 million, reflects more than just record sales. His career is a blueprint in strategic artistry, balancing chart-topping music with brand partnerships, executive leadership as president of Good Music, and a presence that commands both commercial and critical respect. Deals with companies like Adidas have further extended his influence beyond music into fashion and culture. From Virginia Beach to global stages, Pusha T's path has never been typical. It's a story shaped by obstacles and transformation, guided by a commitment to truth and artistry. His work with CLIPSE laid the foundation, and his solo catalog, marked by albums like Daytona and It's Almost Dry, demonstrates his capacity to evolve without ever diluting his voice. In an industry often swayed by trends, Pusha T remains a standard-bearer for lyrical excellence and creative integrity. His journey is not just about staying relevant. It's about elevating the craft, challenging conventions, and proving that authenticity has the longest staying power in hip-hop. Thank you for watching.